Have you ever been so envious of someone that you'd do anything to have their life? I mean, anything. That was me. My name is Alex, and my best friend, Leo, had it all. The perfect job, the adoring girlfriend, the effortless charm. Me. I was just ... Alex, the sidekick, the shadow, and I hated it. The envy wasn't just a fleeting thought. It was a constant, gnawing ache in my gut. It twisted everything good between us into something sour and bitter. My obsession led me down some dark internet rabbit holes. Late one night, buried deep in a forum dedicated to obscure folklore, I found it. It was a post detailing something called the ritual of exchange. The post was cryptic, full of warnings, but it promised the impossible, a way to swap lives with someone. The price. It was vague, but it mentioned a sliver of the soul and a specific location, the old Blackwood House on the edge of town. Everyone knew about the Blackwood House. It was one of those places kids dared each other to touch the doorknob of a hulking, decrepit Victorian mansion that had been empty for decades, swallowed by ivy and dark local legends. The stories were always the same. Strange lights, whispers on the wind, people who went in and never came out the same. It was the perfect, terrifying stage for what I was about to do. I told myself it was just a story, a stupid internet dare. But the seed of an idea was planted, and my envy watered it every single day. A week later, I couldn't take it anymore. Leo had just gotten a promotion I'd been angling for. That was the final push. Armed with a printout of the ritual instructions, a picture of Leo, a picture of myself, and a silver locket my grandmother had given me, I drove to the Blackwood House. The air grew cold as I approached. The house groaned under the moonlight, looking less like a building and more like a skeletal beast waiting to devour me. My hand trembled as I pushed open the heavy oak door. It creaked open into a dusty, cavernous hall. The air inside was thick, smelling of rot and something else, ... something ancient and expectant. The ritual had to be performed in the heart of the house. I found what looked like a grand ballroom. The floor was covered in a thick layer of dust, disturbed only by my own footprints. Moonlight streamed through a grimy, arched window, illuminating a circle of strange, faded symbols painted on the floorboards. This was it. My heart hammered against my ribs, a frantic drumbeat in the oppressive silence. This was insane. But the image of Leo's smiling, successful face flashed in my mind, and my resolve hardened. Following the instructions, I placed my photos and Leo's photos on opposite sides of the circle. In the center, I put the silver locket meant to be the vessel for the exchange. The instructions said to chant a series of words I couldn't pronounce, focusing all my envy and desire into the locket. As I began to speak the strange, guttural phrases, the air in the room grew heavy and cold. The flame of my single candle flickered violently, casting dancing, monstrous shadows on the walls. A low hum started, vibrating through the floorboards and up my legs. The dust on the floor began to swirl within the circle, slowly at first, then faster and faster, forming a miniature vortex. I could feel a pull, a strange, draining sensation, like something was being drawn out of me. The locket in the center of the circle began to glow with a faint, sickly green light. The whispers started then, not from the wind, but from inside my own head. Voices that weren't mine, promising me everything I ever wanted, telling me to just let go. Panic seized me. This was real. This wasn't some internet hoax. The feeling of being drained intensified, and a terrifying thought hit me. What sliver of soul was I actually giving up? My memories, my love for my family, my very self. I looked at Leo's picture, his smiling face now looking accusatory in the green glow. Was his life worth this? Worth losing myself completely? No. In that moment of pure terror, I realized how twisted my envy had become. I lunged forward and snatched the locket from the circle, breaking the ritual. The moment my fingers closed around the hot metal, the humming stopped. The vortex of dust collapsed. The whispers in my head vanished, leaving behind a ringing silence. I scrambled backward, gasping for air, clutching the locket to my chest. The house was just a house again, dark, dusty, and decaying. But something had changed. I felt hollowed out. A part of me was missing. I ran from that place and didn't look back. The next day, I tried to act normal. I called Leo to congratulate him on the promotion, and the envy was still there, but it was muted, weaker. In its place was a gnawing emptiness and a constant, chilling fear. That night, as I looked in the mirror, I noticed it. A single strand of my dark brown hair had turned completely white. Over the next few weeks, more appeared. My reflection started to look older, more tired. The vibrant person I used to be was fading, replaced by a pale, weary imitation. I got what I wanted, in a way. The burning envy was gone, but the ritual took something far more valuable in its place. It took my vitality, my spark. The price for trying to steal a life was a piece of my own. Now I live with the emptiness, a constant reminder of the night I danced with darkness in the Blackwood House. Be careful what you wish for. You might just get it, but the price is always higher than you think. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Stay safe out there.